messenger, and the accepted meaning of destiny is to make firm establish. So my guests and I bring you messages to establish what you need to know in the present. And also, I like working with angels and the calmness they bring. Now, in a moment, I will introduce you to my wonderful guest, Georgie Deyn. But before that, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching this show live at a later date, as it means a lot to me to connect with like-minded women. Now, if you've never met me before, then my name is Ray, and I love to help women to crossroads in their life, heal their past, create their future, and transform the present so they can take charge of their destiny in the here and now. I've also created a transformational journey to help you take charge of your destiny and journey through lifetimes. I'm the founder of Radiant Angel Energy, and I use future life progression, past life regression, angelic Reiki, guided meditation, angel oracle cards, and hypnosis to help you on your journey and your reason for being here. Now, each episode of the show will cover various themes of your journey, a mini guided meditation or angel card reading, with the wisdom of my wonderful guests, like today's guest, Georgie Deyn, her second appearance, about how she's able to connect you with your angel within to find your divine voice residing in your own heart. And Georgie will also be singing live for us, so you can hear this beautiful music and possibly doing some cards as well. Now, Georgie is an international singer, spiritual teacher, and musical medium who passionately supports peace, unity, and oneness. She is also the founder of Angelic Harmony Therapy, teaching practitioner training to other spiritual practitioners around the globe. Georgie is also the voice of Seraphisa and has recorded 5 angelic albums of heavenly music with producer and musician Marcus C Dolan, with testimonials such as, "Wow, my last few sessions have been so incredible. Georgie is truly gifted and connected to the angels. I did not know what to expect, but it's been breathtaking and the results have been more than I can imagine. I'm excited to do more healing with Georgie as it's beautiful in the journey for me. Thank you, Georgie." And I had a deeply relaxing distance Pelawa healing from Georgie. I feel so present and refreshed after the healing. During the session, I had lots of inspired ideas and clarity in many areas of my life. I'm looking forward to booking another one soon. So, without further delay, hello, Georgie, and welcome to the Angels and Destiny show. How are you today?
Hi, Ray. Thank you for having me back second time. I'm really good, thank you. Yeah, I've had a really lovely day. I've been doing what I love, working with people. And so I had a Pelawa session this morning and then a sound therapy session with a client this afternoon. Walk in the woods, connecting to my angels, received my new angel cards in the post today. Yeah, they're the new Diana Cooper ones, the Archangel ones. So yeah, I'm doing really good, thank you.
Excellent. So before we get into this fascinating conversation, I want to remind you that you can also ask questions, leave comments and thoughts, as both Georgie and I want you to be part of this conversation. So please don't be shy and please feel free to share this out. So Georgie, why don't you tell us more about yourself and how we can find our divine voice in our heart?
Okay, so where should I begin? I have a background in singing and dancing. I worked professionally as a dancer and a singer, had my own theatre school, looked into developing my spiritual side with Reiki. That was the first thing that sort of opened the door to the angels, if you like. And that was about 20 odd years ago when I first studied Reiki. And I hit a sort of dark patch in my life about 12 years ago. And I lost my voice. I lost my singing voice. So from being someone that had done musical theatre, cabaret, jazz, weddings, I completely lost my voice. It wasn't like I couldn't speak, because I could still speak. But if I tried to sing, it was incredibly out of tune. And it was like, you know, when somebody's really sort of nervous, it was that sort of thing. I just could not get a singing note out. And that was, I guess I was very depressed at the time, because singing's always been the way I express myself. So my mum sent me a book, and in the book there was a talk of a spiritual circle. So I went to this spiritual circle, and through that particular circle, I got invited to somewhere else. And in that second circle, I sat in the group and I went into an altered state. Some people call it trance. And the people in the group said that my face changed. I looked brighter, lighter, younger. My hair looked longer. And I started singing. And I started singing a song that I'd written 3 years previous to that point, but I was singing it in a very different way. So the song was Marry Me, and it was written as a bossa nova. So it was written like a, you are a mother, a woman wise. It was that sort of beat to it.
Yeah.
But it came out very pure. You are a mother, a woman wise. Very different.
Yeah.
And after the singing had finished, the being spoke. Now, the being gave the name Love, and everybody in the room said it was an angel because the energy was so intense and light and high vibe. So for a long time, I thought Love was an external angel. But it wasn't until, let me backtrack. So Love said that she would help me heal my voice, find my singing voice again, heal my soul, and I would go on to heal other people through the use of my voice. And it wasn't until 2 years ago that I was teaching my friend's little girl how to work with Reiki. And we were swapping healing. And now this is an 8-year-old, right? And she put her hands on my shoulders and she said, you are the angel. The angel is you. And I had this realization that Love was in fact my higher self.
Yeah.
So although I say angelic self, angel within, it's our higher self, the purest part of us that we all have. And some people might not necessarily recognize it as an angel. Some people might recognize it just as light. Some people might sort of feel like, oh, it's a unicorn, or it's a mermaid, or it's a Viking. You know, it could be, it could give itself form in any way which works with you. But we've all got this aspect which is egoless and has no fear or no limitations. It's completely free, and it knows what our soul wants to do. It's like I see our soul as the coal and our angelic self or our higher self as the spark that ignites the coal. That's sort of like my way of sort of viewing it. When people say, oh, what's the difference between your soul and your higher self? That's how I see it. It's like the soul journeys and the higher self is that bit that gives us the ignition to really expand and, you know, be on our journey. So the soul and the higher self, it's in the heart. That's how I connect. That's how I resonate with it. And connecting to the voice of your heart, there's many ways of doing it. I mean, for this evening, the purpose of this evening, I would say meditation is key. Sitting in silence or sitting with music that gets you into that altered state of awareness, not necessarily trance, but an altered state where your brain waves slow down, your body relaxes, but your mind's still like alert and clear. So you're not falling off to sleep, because then we've gone into delta. So we want to stay sort of like alpha theta state. And humming is another amazing way to connect to the voice of your heart, because the humming, when you hum, it's like it gives you an internal massage all over your body. So I work with people to listen, but also project. So lots of people say to me, oh, but I can't sing. And I'll say, where does that come from? Who's told you that? Because most of the time it's from school, because everyone can sing. You know, we might not all sound like Adele.
I definitely don't.
Or Catherine Jenkins, you know, but we can all sing. We can. And it's singing is praying twice. And that's another thing that I'm really, really passionate about is praying. You know, but praying from the heart, praying from the voice of your soul. You know, not praying from a needy, oh, please help me place, but praying from this place where you know that you are a divine being, you are a light, and you are here for a purpose, and you are amazing, and you deserve all the support that is out there waiting for you. It's only our sort of like limited self that thinks that we're unworthy, and we push this support away because, oh, you know what, why would they help me? Who am I? Well, you are amazing. I'm saying this to everyone that's listening. You are absolutely amazing. You have something beautiful to share. You have a song to sing that no one else can sing. You have a dance to dance that no one else can dance. You know, you've got an important part to play, especially now in this current climate that we're in. So yeah.
Yeah, oh, that's really good. Yeah, and humming, because when you hum, you kind of like feel the vibration, don't you?
Yeah, and you can start with the intention of humming at your feet. I mean, it's like I'm humming, and I'm starting that hum at my feet, and I'm going to let that hum rise. I'm going to let that hum move. So that's like a really lovely way that singers warm up with as well. Singers, Barbra Streisand, if you ever listen to Barbra Streisand, she'll always go,
Yeah,
because she's getting her voice in the mask. So it's a great tool that singers use.
That's
and sound therapists too.
that's interesting. Yeah, and Donna, who said hello,
I don't know.
has actually said that she loves the humming.
Oh, awesome.
And Morag has said hi to you both. Hello, both of you, for joining in and watching. And the other people I can see watching, please do feel free to say hello and introduce yourselves, and that for us. So yeah, and you were saying about, I know at school I was told I couldn't sing. It's just I can't hold a tune. I can't do a tune. That's
but you got to think outside the box, right? So there was a lovely lady that came to my Angelic Harmony Therapy training, and she was like, well, I don't really know why I'm here because I can't sing. I'm like, just like leave that at the door, you know. Well, by the end of the day, she was bringing through this powerful Native American Indian. Now, my belief system is that would have been part of her soul family. She may well have had a life as a Native American, and she brought through this hi, 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 hi. So she was singing. It might not have been angelic in the sense that we think of, but it was a powerful healing for her own soul, her own body. And actually, I was the recipient because we had odd numbers that day, so she was working on me, and I could feel the vibrations of this amazing Native American that was working with her, and she cleared a block that I'd had from being in America. And unfortunately, not everyone who says they're spiritual is necessarily working with good intentions. So she managed with this guide to counteract some negative energy for me, which was amazing.
Yeah. And Morag also says, I'm so not tuneful. Yes.
Funnily enough, I was chatting to Morag earlier. And Morag, you need to stop saying that. You've got to now start saying something like, I am ready to find my voice. I am ready to sing light language. I am ready to be a channel for whatever beautiful beings of light want to work with me. And then you will see that you do have a voice.
Yeah, she says that's cool. Maybe I'll try that and ask my Maori guide to come forward.
Wonderful. That's brilliant. That's a great idea. That would be really exciting to see what happens. Morag's done my self-healing. I've got an Angelic Harmony Therapy self-healing course. It's all downloadable. And Morag's got that. So by practice, you can even practice at home. You don't have to go and be on a course, but it's like attuning yourself to listen to different notes and different vowel sounds, and it then gives them something to work with.
Yeah. And Morag says, my light language has stopped, I think.
Okay, that's interesting. Let's see if, would you like to see if we've got any light language ready to come through now?
I certainly would. Donna has shown a heart, so I'm going to say yes.
Okay, all right then. So I'm just going to start with a bit of Aramaic. Efita, efita, efita. Ruka de kucha malkuta deshamaya. Ruka de kucha malkuta deshamaya. Ruka de kucha malkuta deshamaya. Iya naratisia narashia naratisia ya naraisi uya naratia ya uyi.
That was beautiful, and it sounded so good. And the vibration from it.
Was it hitting you in anywhere particular?
No, it's just vibrating all around.
All around. So this is something I explain to people, the difference between sound healing, or certainly the sound healing that I've been working with, and say Reiki, for instance. The sound stuff, it gets recorded. It's like it will either go into the cells and it's recorded into the cells and it stays there, or it gets around the auric field and then it filters through and goes into where it's meant to go. That's how I see like the main difference, because I've done Reiki, and you can have a session and it's great, and every different modality has its own place, but then our energies can change and something happens. But with the sound, it's like it's putting something into the DNA in a good way, not like, I won't say the word, but you know what I want to say. it's gonna alter your it's not gonna alter your DNA, but it's going to enhance it for the greater good.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And Morag said, can feel the vibrations of that. And Donna says, oh wow, amazing, I can feel the vibration all over. Which is pretty good. And to be quite truthful, I was saying, I was told at school I can't sing. But what's really interesting is, because obviously I've got quite a deep voice, but when I do sort of like connect and I start sounding, I can actually get some high notes. Which is quite good. And I've done a bit of light language, but it's not my main main thing. So I mean, I still want to go on stage and people would be paying me to leave.
Well, but that's a whole different ball game though, isn't it? Like,
it is.
We can all say that we can, if we can dance, even if you're in a wheelchair. I've worked in dance companies where they've had people in wheelchairs on stage and we've performed with them, and people with special needs, children with special needs. So dancing, singing, it's at that level. Whether or not you're going to be a professional, it's like you could say, well, I can ride a horse, but I'm not going to be in the Grand National.
Exactly.
I was going to say, and even if you're just singing for yourself, and dancing like nobody's watching, it's for you. It's to just completely liberate yourself and be in the moment of that lovely blissful feeling of just letting everything be expressed through your beautiful voice. Whether it's sounding beautiful, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. But it is interesting that so many people, because I teach angelic Reiki, and part of that is we have to do some sounding to actually clear energies.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, in angelic Reiki, that's part of the attunement. We have to sound, and it's amazing how many students I have that actually don't feel confident to do the sounding. And it's really interesting that when it comes to things like sounding or singing, people really do tend to have that, I don't really want to do that. It's kind of like, it's strange. No, it's not strange, but interesting how that happens quite a lot, that people really don't want to let the sound of their voice come through.
Yeah, it normally goes back to school. And I'm like that with art. I was told, actually, I do have a piece of art with me today. I was told at school, a parents' evening, my parents were told, well, you've either got art or you haven't, and Georgie hasn't got it. So
lovely.
I know. So I didn't do any art, but then I've been last year or the year before, I started channeling. I know it doesn't look, like art per se, but there's a lot of energy and there's a lot of things that people can see. I mean, my mum sees so much in these pictures. I've made 52. There's 52.
I'm seeing flowers and spiral energy.
Yeah,
what I'm seeing when I look at that.
This is the angels of love and Aphrodite. That's the vibrational energy in this one. But that was really liberating for me to do, because I'm not an artist. But one of the ladies in my circle, when we were allowed to meet physically, she said to me, you can do this, Georgie, you can do it. And I bought some acrylic paints and I had great fun. And then I remember sitting down with my mum and we wrote a list of all the different things she saw in every 52 cards, in all of the 52 cards.
Do you think that's going to be a card deck that's coming out?
Well, do you know what? I did look into it, but it's so blooming expensive. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to use them as they are, like this. I might be starting a radio show soon, so I'm going to have my mum on my radio show, and then we'll choose cards for people, and then she'll and these, they can change when you use things like this. You can completely, a spirit just appear in it. So if you're clairvoyant, you can see spirit appearing in it. It's like a portal. They're like 52 portals.
Wow. That is absolutely amazing. So we've got Morag says, my gene was 62, the language of light, still figuring out what it means. My gene key?
I'm not sure about that, to be honest. I don't know much about those gene keys.
What are gene keys?
Good question. I was meant to be having some sort of starseed activation, and then the girl went into talking about gene keys instead, and did a little bit of the activation. And there is a book on it. Morag can probably write it in the comments. She'll tell you more about it. I'm not sure if she's got the book or not.
Okay. And Donna says, love the sound of light, the way light language is new to me. I love music and would love to explore this. Yeah, do explore light language. It's absolutely amazing when you listen to it. And
there's a very interesting guy in New Zealand called Matt Tack, I think his name is. Mantara, so like man and then Tara, Tara. He's on Facebook. He's very interesting, and his light language is like, and he's really fast, and then you'll hear, relax, but he's ever so good. I like him.
Yeah. Judy Centauri's good as well.
I sang at Judy Sartori's event in London a couple of years ago, and went out and had dinner with her afterwards. And she's a lovely lady, very lovely.
Oh, brilliant. And Donna was saying about your picture, beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Morag says, everyone sounds different.
Mm-hmm.
And Morag says, I don't remember the sounding part when I did Angelic Reiki. Okay.
That's interesting.
It is, because it's definitely there. It's when you do the clearing.
Do you think, though, sometimes different teachers adopt a different way of doing things?
The thing with Angelic Reiki is if you adopt something different, then you're not doing Angelic Reiki as Christine and Kevin Core downloaded it. So yeah, but it might be just something that Morag just might have forgotten about, because it can be quite intense doing the clearing and the attunements. Richard Rudd's Gene Keys, you can go do a free online profile, have a go. I'm definitely going to have a go at that one.
Yeah. Mine was, my two major ones was, I remember it was number 22, which was all about the divine feminine. And of course, that's a huge part of my work. You know, me and Mother Mary have been on this journey together since I wrote the song all those years ago.
Exactly. So how can, people, how would you say, if you want to indoors and you want to kind of like start learning to bring your voice forward, would you say the best thing would be to start with humming and then do something on top of that?
Absolutely. Start with the hum. It's the best place to start. Or the other thing you can do are the bubbles. I should demonstrate.
Okay.
That's another thing you can start with. And that's just, and also just like massaging your jaw. Give your jaw a bit of a wiggle. Let your jaw be nice and free. And do some silly things like, oh, like a yawn, but give the yawn a bit of a vocal.
Yeah.
That's like just to get over the initial like, oh, I'm going to sound rubbish. Well, your intention is to sound silly, so it's okay. Have a bit of a laugh with it to begin with. Don't take it too seriously. Be like a child. How would a child like just express themselves, wouldn't they? And then you can, like I was saying earlier, humming. If you're into chakras and understand chakras, and I'm guessing that if you're listening to this, then you are going to know what a chakra is. I'll assume that. So you could maybe start at your earth star. This is what I do with Angelic Harmony Therapy. And I start the earth star, and then I work up to the stellar gateway. So when I teach the sort of like basic Angelic Harmony Therapy, we use 10, and then I increase it once you do the teacher level, and there's another 5. Yeah, another 5 that we work with. So what I would start with is like focus on your earth star, and with that intention of connecting with Archangel Sandalphon, and just start with a real low So join in with me if you're listening, ladies, and I don't know if we've got any gentlemen, but just give it a go now. Now is the time to give it a go. And as you do that, feel your feet getting heavier and heavier into the ground. And if you want to take it from a hum, we could do a nice low earthy sound, like a Now notice I'm not trying to sound pretty here. Could you feel the vibrations in your feet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's how easy it is. And then we could go up to, say, our base chakra. And here I work with Archangel Gabriel. And I would sing in Gabriel, Gabriel, Gabriel. And for the bass, I like to work with an ooh. And if you want to use the as well, you can do a and then we go up to our sacral, and here I use O. And again, we'll start with the hum. And I work with Holy Mother, or our dear friend. We have a mutual friend, don't we? Gary.
We do.
Yes. Now, Gary said, what about Archangel Haniel? And I said, well, I haven't recorded it as Archangel Haniel, but you can work with Archangel Haniel. Works really well with the sacral because of her moon connection, and the moon really governs that area. So you could either call in Holy Mother or Mother Mary, or however you feel for the divine feminine, or Haniel, and then you start Are you feeling a bit of vibration around that area?
Yeah.
And we just go up. We just keep going up, higher and higher and higher. So the solar plexus is or, so you might do the and then go into the or. And then the heart is A, and the throat is air, as in every time. And then the third eye is E, and then the crown and the higher chakras I use I. And then I like to like quiver it a little bit. So rather than just going I, in the trade we call it vibrato.
I've heard that word. Morag says, third eye, please.
So third eye is Archangel Raphael. You should know that, Morag. You have the little stuff. It's all there.
Oh, that's brilliant. So you were going to tell me a story earlier.
Wasn't I?
That you said you'd leave it till.
Yes, I knew I didn't want to bore you with saying it twice because I was showing you my lovely cards and I said, "Oh, I got the cherubim!" Oh. So I was teaching Angelic Harmony Therapy in Denmark, and there was one lady there who didn't really speak a word of English, not really, and everything got translated for her. She could say a few words, but everything I said in English was then translated to her. And I'm sitting there, and it was just after lunch, and I couldn't stop giggling. And then a few other people were giggling, and like she looked a bit like,
yeah.
You know, there's a few of them that looked a bit like, what planet is she on, and what planet are they on? And then I said, I'm so sorry. It's the cherubs. The cherubs are making me giggle and laugh. The cherubs are of trying to raise our vibration. And as I was saying that, the lady who didn't speak English said, baby fat ones. Baby fat ones, yeah. So she saw the cherubs as little fat babies. And she saw them and she didn't know that I was, so it wasn't like her mind had been, influenced.
Yeah.
It was a real, she saw what the rest of us were feeling.
Amazing.
And I picked this card for us tonight, and it's look to the stars, accept keys and codes of stellar wisdom.
Wow.
So we could connect with some tones for the cherub. Sorry.
Yep.
Shall we do that? Shall we
Yeah.
see what the cherubs want to bring through?
Yeah, let's do that.
Just feel their vibration. and they're grounding it now with a proper song. They're grounding it with a proper song. So they're giving me this song to sing to ground that energy, because that was a little bit like, oh. And I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful, like a rainbow. So their message is, through that song, that we shouldn't be afraid of letting everyone see our true light, our true colors, our pinks and our greens and our true self.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much for that. It's a beautiful card to come out and have some sounding and some inspiration from. And yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And I think as you've worked, I'm going to now pull a card for you and
Oh,
everyone, because
thank you.
I think you deserve that.
Oh, I would love that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Now, of course, when I do the cards, I don't do the cards to predict the future. I do the cards for what you need to know for your highest good at this moment in time. Because although I work with the past, when we heal and clear the past, it's so we can be present. And when I take people into the future, when we know the future, we're not worried and we can be fully present. So what does Georgie and everyone who's watching this, whoa.
Your face says it all.
Perfect. Rainbow blessings. Blessings are sharing your life.
Oh, that's so nice.
How beautiful that card has come out, with the fact that obviously confirmation that we need to be sharing our light, being our true selves, stepping through into the light, and allowing those blessings and those energies to come down onto us, and for also to us to share them as well. And that, so confirmation that with what you're doing, there's blessings going on everywhere. So that's really beautiful
Lovely.
that card has come out. And Donna says, amazing, thank you. Yeah, I mean, the cherubim coming through was yeah, it was absolutely beautiful. So Georgie, do you have any thoughts or insights to leave our viewers?
Okay, well, I think the angels have said it all, really. Don't be afraid to shine your light. Don't be afraid for the world to see who you really are, and love and accept yourself completely, and know that you are divine. You're perfect. You're loved and you're whole.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed this and found it insightful, and the words of wisdom Georgie has given you, and the beautiful music that she provided, and the sounding, and the light language that she's brought through will help you further on your journey. So Georgie, if people want to connect with you, how do they do that?
The easiest way is to go to my website, because all the links are in the website, really. So it's Georgie with an IE and there's a G between the Deyn. So my website name is georgiedeyn.com. So yeah, that's the easiest way. And I've got a book on there, an ebook that's free, which is the 7 Secrets to Self-Love. And that book gives you links to 7 tracks of music, 7 messages, 7 meditations. And we currently have, it's just funny timing, actually, appropriate timing. I was running a competition to win my self-healing course, which is normally £44. The winner, the competition's been done, and we found the winner yesterday, a lady called Heidi, but we've put the actual course is half price now for a week. So if anyone wanted the course, it's half price at the moment.
Excellent.
So that would like get you on your journey to be doing sounding and using your voice.
Excellent. So do people check that out on Georgie's website, and I'll put the link in the comments anyway, so you can just literally click on it and go straight there.
Oh, thank you.
Without having to put it in. So everyone, I hope you've enjoyed this show. And of course, if you have reached that crossroads in your life and you need some help finding your destiny and getting clear on your path, finding your life purpose, and you're a little bit lost, then I would love to be that guide for you. So please feel free to reach out and connect with me, and we can arrange a free 20-30-minute video call to find out more about each other and how I can help you to take charge of your destiny. And of course, if you want to learn something new, a new therapy to actually help people, then I am going to be teaching Future Life Progression on the 16th, 17th and 18th of April. So the link will again be in comments. Do check it out. Even if you're an existing therapist and you want to learn something new to add to your existing skills, then Future Life Progression is an absolutely brilliant thing to do. And of course, I do have my Angel Wings membership, where you get a chance to grow with ascended masters, archangels, gods, goddesses, oracle cards, and the other members to actually spread your wings and soar. And of course, I have a weekly newsletter where if you sign up on my website, you actually get a free guided relaxation meditation and a few other little gifts and little free gifts on there. So thank you again, everyone, so much for watching this. Thank you, Morag and Donna, for your contribution today. It's absolutely brilliant. When you comment and you give us feedback, it really helps show in the energy. So thank you so much, ladies, for being part of that. And of course, to everyone watching, I'd like to invite you to share this video, as I'm sure there are more women who feel lost and want to get clear on their destiny just like you. And of course, if you are watching this on YouTube, do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when the show goes live. And I look forward to seeing you all same time, same place next week. Have a wonderful week and speak to you soon. Bye.